Petrie, right-hand batter against the right-handed Fred Talbot. Talbot, as we mentioned, 0-7. He's 0-1 against the White Sox. 3-7 lifetime. The first pitch swung on a miss, strike one, and we're underway. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, Yankees and the White Sox conclude this three-game set. Talbot ready once again into the windup. Delivers, and this one misses on the outside, says plate umpire Marty Springstead. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. At third base, Bobby Cox, Tresh at short, Clark at second, Mantle at first, Gibbs behind the plate. Left field, Roy White, Pepitone in center, Costco in right. Talbot, burly right-hander. He's ready. The 1-1 delivery, and this one is in there. Fred Talbot and Bill Bryan came over from Kansas City a few years ago. Talbot, a hard-throwing right-hander. 27 years old, a check swing bouncer to Horace Clark at second base. He's up with it over to Mickey, one away. Hey, how'd you like to have some fun as a group? Take care of you here at Yankee Stadium anytime you want to come down. In fact, some very good friends of mine are coming down from Utica, New York. Well over 100, headed up by Jack Price. And he's inviting all the gals down as well. And that'll be on July the 6th that group from Utica is coming down. July 6th, the Baltimore Orioles will be here for a ladies' day. It's strike one now to Bill Voss, who's stepping in. So all you people up there in Utica, we'll be looking forward to seeing you on July the 6th. Don't forget to check Jack Price for your tickets before 25 June. Bill Voss, left-hand hitter, slaps one to left field, base hit. Voss came into this ball game batting 139. Slaps one to left, and that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Tom McCraw. Tommy McCraw batting 223. He'll be heading for the service shortly. A lot of ball players in both leagues shuttling in and out of the service this year. Tom McCraw, left-hand batter. 6 homers, 18 RBIs, waiting as Talbot sets. Here's the pitch, and it's outside for a ball. Bill Voss, on at first base, has 2 stolen bases. One and 0 the count. McCraw stepped out of the batter's box. He's listening to the announcement by Bill Guilfoyle, waiting for him to end. Sometimes those things are distracting, and sometimes you just want to find out what's going on. Runner at first, 1 away, top of the first inning. Talbot ready. Yankees at double play depth. The right-hander sets. Here it comes. It's outside, low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. The Yankees currently in 7th place, 10 games out. They're only 3 games out of 4th place. Minnesota is 7 back in 4th place. Boston 8.5 back in 5th place. And Oakland 9.5 down in 6th place. Talbot delivers, and McCraw takes low, 3-0. Detroit leads the American League, 3 games ahead of the Indians, 4 over the Orioles. And then Oakland, the Yankees, California, Washington, and Chicago almost in a dead heat for last place, separated only by percentage points. The 3-0 pitch is in there for strike one. McCraw started ahead for first. Plate umpire Marty Springstead said, "No, sir." Pitchers tomorrow night, Fritz Peterson and Gary Peters, 2 left-handers. All right, Talbot sets. There goes Voss. The pitch is swung on a miss. Gibbs throw to second. Is in plenty of time. Voss runs into the tag by Tommy Tresh. Play going 2-6 from the catcher to the shortstop. So we have 2 down, and now Tom McCraw has a 3-2 count. That was a fastball right down the middle. McCraw swung through the ball, and Voss, who did not get a good jump, was thrown out easily. Tom McCraw stepped out of the batter's box, sort of flexed his shoulders a little bit. Seemed as though he might have been a little tight. Payoff pitch now to McCraw. Has hit to left field. Roy White way back there. Plenty of room. Is under it. The side is retired. No runs, a base hit. Nobody left. And the score after a half inning of play. White Sox nothing. Yankees coming to bat.
Fans, meet my fine feathered friend, the White Owl Girl.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, the last time I saw you was at the Baseball Awards dinner.
Yes, all the VIPs in baseball were there. And so many of them are White Owl men. Oh, they just sent shivers all up and down my feathers, including you. I saw you smoking a new White Owl Night.
Right. Love the new shape and the smooth, full flavor.
And that adorable umpire who was sitting next to you. Did you know he's a diplomat man?
I've heard him called a lot of things, but never a diplomat.
He's a White Owl diplomat man. Prefers the long, elegant shape.
Great. He finally made a good decision. I wonder if a White Owl could improve his vision, too.
They just might. You know, you get a lot more from a White Owl than just smoke.
Joel Horlin, a right-hander, getting ready to face the Yankees. For the Yankees, it'll be Clark, White, and Mantle, top three batters. Joel Horlin has been with the White Sox since 1961. Was with them all of 62, split the season in 63 between Indianapolis and the White Sox, and then has been a regular since 64. Last year, won 19 and lost 7. Joel Horlin has not allowed an earned run to the Yankees this year, covering 16 and a third innings. This program is authorized under rights granted by the New York Yankees solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express consent of the New York Yankees is prohibited. Horace Clark getting ready to stand in there. Horace batting at .220, has only one extra base hit, a double, and 6 RBIs, 5 stolen bases. Clark stepping in. Clark, White, Mantle, switch hitters, as well as Tommy Tresh. Joel Horlin, with a record of 4 and 6, is moving up. He lost his first 5 decisions, had a record of 0 and 5. Since that time, he's come 4 and 1. He's 0 and 1 against the Yankees, 4 and 8 lifetime, 0 and 1 this year. At third base, Pete Ward, very tight for Clark. There's a drive foul off to the left, and it's strike one. Ward at third, Aparicio at short, Cullen at second, McCraw at first, Josephson behind the plate, Snyder in left, Bradford in center, Voss in right. Horlin ready, the right-hander delivers, and Clark lines one foul again down the left side. No balls and 2 strikes. Joel Horlin, rather than chew gum or tobacco, chews on a Kleenex. Not that it tastes like anything, but just to keep something in his mouth. Sort of keeps him busy, I guess. Nervous habit, if you want to say it. The 2-strike delivery is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Baltimore leading the Senators 1-0 in the second. Horlin ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Horace. Curve way outside, 2-2. Oakland and Cleveland scoreless in the second. Detroit leading Minnesota 2-0 in the 5th inning. That's the first of a twilighter. The game was held up because of rain and then a sandstorm. Weather must be very bad in Detroit. Not too good here as far as that goes. They expect it to move into the 90s tomorrow. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off left side once more. Balls, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Frank Crissetti coaching at third base. Whitey Ford at first. In the National League this afternoon, Cincinnati beat the Cubs 9-7, and tonight only one game underway at this moment. Phillies won, Houston nothing in the second. That's all we have right now on the scoreboard. No score here. We're in the bottom of the first. Clark leading off. 2-2 pitch. Just misses outside 3-2. That ball had a good tail to it, but missed the outside corner. Roy White on deck. Horland to Clark. Inside, he walked him. A leadoff walk to Joel Horland. Horace Clark down to first base. Horland with a leadoff walk puts him on, and now here's Roy White. White batting at .289. Roy White has hit safely in his last 6 games, and in 9 of his last 10. Raised his average 10 points from .279 to .289. Batting from the left side, not choking up too much. Fouls one right back here, and it's strike 1. White is tied for the league lead in runs scored at 31. Third in hits, 58. And he's tied for third place with Tony Oliva in stolen bases with 10. Having a fine year, putting it all together for the first time. All right, Horland checks White. Clark at first. The 1-strike pitch, and Roy swings and misses. Trying to go to left with Ward playing in tight. No balls, 2 strikes. Infield double play depth. Aparicio at short. Cullen at second. Louis very tight. He's well in. Outfield is shallow. The left fielder, Russ Snyder, shading White toward the line. Clark moving off. The 2-strike pitch to Roy is just a little low. 1-2. Horland tried to get White to chase a low pitch. Wants him to hit it on the ground if he can. Roy is very hard to double up, and in particular from the left side. Horland ready again. There goes Clark. A pitch out, and Clark is hung up. They throw to second. Horace may get back, and he tries it but can't make it. That ball went from Josephson to Aparicio to McCraw. Clark stopped midway, and Josephson, instead of chasing him out there, threw the ball to second. Clark, sensing immediately he might get out of it, dashed back to first, but Aparicio's throw was in time. So that play went 2-6-3. And Clark is out of there. It's a 2-2 count to Roy White. So they pitched out, and this is the first time in 2 games that they pitched out and got a Yankee on the move. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and White fouls it at the plate. Count holds 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, some action there with Horace Clark getting hung up between first and second, and for a moment when Josephson threw the ball, it looked as though he gave Clark the out that he wanted, but a quick relay back to first by Aparicio saved him. The 2-2 pitch now to White. Into left field, very shallow. Snyder is there. Aparicio going back, and Russ Snyder makes the play. 2 down. Mickey Mantle coming on. Mickey, 7 home runs, 18 RBIs, a .230 batting average. Mantle batting from the left side, as is Clark, White, and Tresh will too, all switch hitters. Mickey deep in the box, waiting. Horland into the windup. The overshift is on, and Mickey takes inside, ball 1. This is one of the few clubs that still holds an overshift on Mantle when he bats from the left side. Aparicio about 20 feet to the right of second. He's on the second base side, and Cullen back on the grass about 10 feet deep. Guarding the line is Tommy McCraw at first as Mantle takes a curve for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. In a spot like this a few years ago, Mantle would have laid a bunt down and walked to first base, as McCraw has now stepped back in the grass at first. On the ground, Louis is right there. The overshift works. He fires to Tom McCraw, and the side is retired. 3 up and 3 down on the score after 1 full inning of play. Chicago nothing and the Yankees nothing. Here's Pete Ward, who's been putting some hits together for the White Sox, just about the only White Soxer to do much good. Pete, 18 home runs, or rather 8 home runs, 17 RBIs, and a .258 batting average. Ward, left-hand batter. Talbot ready. Here's the first pitch. Curve is fouled off. Strike 1. And a real scramble over in the press box. And rolled down into the lower stands there. Strike 1. Red Foley of the Daily News sidestepped it and lost the chance to come up with a baseball. Strike 2, a fastball in there to Ward. Yankee defense, they shift hard in the infield, but play him about straight away in the outfield. Clark well over toward first and deep at second. Tresh has moved toward second base. The 2-strike pitch now by Talbot to Pete Ward. Hit hard. If it's fair, it's out of here. It's hooking. Foul. Upper deck. Woo-wee. That ball was well hit into the upper deck and pulled foul. Costco over there just to watch it. Pete Ward, whose dad was a professional hockey player, at one time decided that he would have to make a decision between baseball and hockey, and fortunately for baseball, he decided on baseball. Here's a foul back on the screen by Pete. The count, no balls and 2 strikes. Ward has been in 47 ball games. He's been to the plate 159 times, 13 runs, 41 hits, 5 doubles, 8 home runs, no triples. Pete is not overly fast. He waits. Here's a 2-strike pitch just outside by Fred. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fred Leland Talbot, Jr. Born in Washington, D.C. Makes his home in Falls Church, Virginia. Fastball is outside now. Pete Ward taking one low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Talbot off to the slowest start of his major league career. At one time belonged to the White Sox back in 1964. Then he was traded to Kansas City and then to New York. There's a foul off left side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coaching at third base for Chicago, Grover Riesinger. And Marv Grissom is doing the job at first. Kirby Farrell was the first base coach, but I guess Eddie Stanky decided he'd change things and shake things up just to try to change his luck. The White Sox in last place by percentage points right now, trying to get out of there if they can. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Ward. A ground ball at Talbot Spears. Backhand play, fires to Mantle. He's got him. 1 up and 1 down. That'll bring up Russ Snyder. Snyder batting .115. He's 9 for 78, 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and no RBIs. Snyder not having a very good year. We were talking about averages again. That seems to be the permanent conversation in 1968. Still no one with any real solution as to why so many hitters are hitting so low. Snyder takes strike 1. Next year with expansion, I have the feeling we'll see some averages jump. Pitching will be diluted just a little bit. The 1-strike delivery, swung on a miss, strike 2. Ranch Rickey who was one of the greatest baseball men of them all, said that if you're going to develop a new club, the thing that you can develop first and quickest is a pitching staff. The two-strike pitch now to Snyder. Oh, Gibbs thought he had it. Started to throw to third base, but the plate umpire, Springstead, said ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on, no score, top of the second. Detroit leading Minnesota 3-0 in the 6th. That's the first of a doubleheader. Everybody watching the Tigers. They're out in front by 3 over Cleveland, 4 over the Orioles, 7 over the Twins. Only 4 clubs in the American League playing over 500. And if Minnesota loses that first game tonight, they'll be right at 500. Here's the 1-2 pitch now to Snyder. Hard ball up the middle on the ground for a base hit. That ball well hit. Snyder zips around first and holds on. So it's New York Yankee baseball, and we pause for station identification.
Tonight, following Yankee baseball, join me, Jerry Ducey, on my telephone talk show Nightline here on WGY Schenectady.
Dwayne Josephson, right-hand hitter. He's doing the catching tonight, is up there with 1 out. Snyder at first. Josephson, who will hit and run every now and then, a right-hand batter. Tries to hit behind the runner if he can. Talbot sets, delivers, and Dwayne takes a half swing called strike one. Josephson is a young man who's balding slightly, very fair. Standing in there waiting for Talbot. Yankees at double play depth. Russ Snyder, a fast man on a first, 1 away. The 1-strike pitch to Josephson, hit hard to left field. Pulled foul. Ooh, that ball was really hit. That was a curveball that hung, and Josephson got out in front of it and hit it deep into the lower deck, but foul by about 10 feet. But it was hit. Cards leading the Braves 2-0 in the second. Houston over Philadelphia 5-1 in the third. Right here, no score. 2 strikes on Josephson. Snyder at first. Here's a pitch. Swung on, a miss. Strike 3. Gibbs held on to a foul tip. First strikeout for Fred Talbot. Louis Aparicio being announced with 2 down and Snyder at first. Louis batting .246, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, 8 stolen bases. Still one of the best around when it comes to playing shortstop, if not the best. Throw to first and back in time is Snyder. Louis does not have the ability to go at top steam all year, but on those given days when there's something on the line, none better than Louis at short. Pitch to Louis, he takes it all away. He thought possibly that Snyder might be moving, I think, because that ball was laid right down the middle. Sometimes a batter will take a pitch if he thinks the runner is going and let him try to steal. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Snyder moving off first. Talbot sets. The pitch to Louis is on the corner for strike 2. He got caught looking. Anybody who ever lived in London or in San Francisco would be right at home tonight. It's not cold, but it's just foggy out here. Snyder started to go. He started too soon. Talbot had time to throw over there and almost got him. Russ Snyder, had he waited a split second longer, would have walked to second base. What a jump he almost had. Started just a little too soon, and Talbot had time to throw over to first and run him back. No balls, 2 strikes. Talbot sets. Here's the pitch to Aparicio. Curve is high and tight. One ball, 2 strikes. Not too much wind out here. The flags on the roof are blowing just a little. The one on the center field flagpole, which is at half-mast, is hanging limp right now. The 1-2 pitch to Louis. Swings and misses, and Talbot struck him out. Second strikeout for Fred. For the White Sox, no runs, a base hit, nobody left. Score after an inning and a half. White Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Want to get away from it all? If you're looking for new, exciting places to visit, you don't have to cross the ocean or hop a jet. You don't have to, because only a few miles from your home, there are many exciting and interesting places to see and visit. Places that you may have talked about, but never actually seen.
Dad, look at that fort. It's just like the one in our book. I never knew it was so close to our home. Let's go over to the big gate.
Now your Atlantic dealer has made it easy for you. Atlantic has planned exciting trips and easy drive from your home. These fun trips are available in Atlantic's free weekender tour guides. They actually tell you where to go, how to get there, and what to see on the way. It's the easiest way to travel yet. Have a good trip.
Set to go here in the bottom of the second inning. And for the Yankees, Joe Pepitone, Andy Costco, and Tommy Tresh going up against Joel Horland. Don't forget, you can get your Yankee tickets for the games coming up at all Schrapp restaurants in the greater New York area. Or try Yankee Stadium if you're in the vicinity. The advanced ticket office, they'll take care of you right here. Grand Central Station, the Yankee ticket outlet, will handle your orders as well. Now an overshift for Pepitone with Horland on the mound. Aparicio to the right of second. He played Mantle beautifully on the last overshift and made the play. There's a curve that's right in there to Pepe. He turns to Springstead and gives him that look. Pepitone never says much. He just turned around and looked at Springstead as if to say, well, there's a ground ball. Aparicio up with this one in front of Cullen. Fires to first, and he got him. Louis, almost behind first base, made the play. That's how far he moved. Another one, 6-3, and yet both of those plays by Mantle and Pepitone were made well on the right side of second base. This one, almost behind first. Louis went a long way. It wasn't hit too hard, and he went right in front of Cullen to pick it off. Andy Costco coming on now. Pepitone, incidentally, was batting .264. And here is Costco at .262 with 7 home runs and 31 RBIs. Costco tied for 4th in the American League with Dave Johnson with those 31 RBIs. Swings at a curveball and misses, strike one. Andy's home run last night was the first one he's had in 19 ball games. Costco waiting. Horland delivers. Fastball popped up behind the plate. Josephson with a shot at this one. Throws the mask. Under it, makes the play. 2 up and 2 down. Now here's Tommy Tresh. And we had a great thing in the clubhouse tonight. Phil Rizzuto got an unusually large amount of mail. And he started reading some of this. And Pete Sheehy, who's been the clubhouse attendant here for longer than anybody wants to admit, or at least he wants to admit, had been saving some of his mail all the way back to 1955. He's got a big box full of it. Tom Tresh takes a fastball outside. It's ball 1. And Phil started reading this mail and not ever looking at the date, and suddenly realized they were talking about a different time and a different place. So every now and then, Phil Rizzuto gets some mail 13 years old. We had a lot of fun with it. 2-0 the count. Tommy Tresh standing in there, 2 out, nobody on. I'd like to get a letter that you thought was written last week, open it up, and find out that it was written 13 years ago and not realize it for about 10 or 15 minutes. The 2-0 pitch. In there, 2 balls and 1 strike. I think what it pointed up was that the same questions and the same requests were being expressed by the letter writers then as they are now. Autographed pictures, questions about the game, so on. The 2-1 delivery. Tresh hits it high in the air left field. And if Snyder can see through the fog, he'll come up with this. He's got it. It's 3 up and 3 down on the score after 2. White Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Wouldn't you really rather have a Buick? A Buick? A brand new Buick? Wouldn't you really rather have a Buick? This
Something unique has happened. Something great. Buick bargain days have started, and the car you've always wanted has suddenly become a lot easier to own. Buick Skylarks, Special Deluxes, Grand Sports, Sabres, Wildcats, Electra 225s, and Rivieras equipped the way you'd like them. They're waiting. See your Buick dealer today.
Wouldn't you really rather have a Buick? A Buick? A brand new Buick? All the bright, exciting new Buicks are here.
Well, we're all set to go here in the 3rd inning. No score in the ball game. Timmy Cullen, Joel Horland, and Buddy Bradford for the White Sox against Fred Talbot. Talbot has given up a couple of base hits and struck out 2. Horland has not given up a base hit. He walked Clark, but Clark was thrown out attempting to steal. Tim Cullen, 207 hitter, hits the first pitch high in the air near second. Clark and Tresh converging on it. Now Tommy Tresh takes charge and puts it away. 1 away. Moving in right now is Joel Horland, the pitcher. Horland is 2 for 28. No extra base hits, no RBIs. .071 batting average. Horland from the right side holds the bat near the end and takes one on the corner for a strike. Pipitone, who was on the left of second base, now moves over to the right side. They're now looking for Horland to pull the ball. Very few pitchers have that ability unless it's a change-up pitch. Talbot ready. The 1-strike delivery. Curve way outside. 1-1. And the subway zips by behind the center field fence. Lexington Avenue Express. Talbot to Horland, hit the right, foul, way into the upper deck. Now the ball apparently kicked out of the upper deck, and the scramble by a couple of youngsters bounced into the lower deck and then onto the field, and the ball boy had to chase it down and right. 3rd inning, no score, as we told you. Talbot up against Joel Horland. Here's Fred again. The 1-2 pitch to Horland. It's high, 2-2. Houston leading Philadelphia 5-1 in the 4th. Cardinals over the Braves 2-0 in the 2nd. Cincinnati beat the Cubs 9-7 this afternoon. Mets and the Dodgers, Pirates and San Francisco on the West Coast, a later start. 2-2 pitch. Dribbled out and fouled on the third base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. American League, Baltimore still leading the Senators 1-0 in the 2nd. California at Boston postponed. Oakland at Cleveland. A's 1, Indians nothing in the 4th. And Detroit still leading Minnesota 3-0 in the 7th. And right here, no score. 3rd inning, 1 out. Horlin the hitter. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Joel Horlin, close stance, choking up a little bit now with 2 strikes. Hits one hard. Clark can't get it. Base hit. He really jumped on a breaking pitch. Hanging curveball, line to center. It's only the 3rd base hit of the year for Horlin. Well hit. 3rd hit off Talbot tonight. And here's Buddy Bradford, who bounced to 2nd in the 1st. Now the bat boy for the White Sox racing down to first base, giving Horlin a very light jacket. It's not cold here, not cold enough really to use a jacket, or at least not a heavy one, but it's rather damp. Although not raining, misting, a heavy fog. All right, now Horlin has a jacket on. Talbot on the rubber, getting the sign from Jake Gibbs. Buddy Bradford stepping in. The pitch. Curve in there. Bradford takes it. Strike 1. Bradford, 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. As we told you when he first came up, he's hitting only 153, and that 0 for 1 puts him down just a little bit. Apparently can hit one every now and then. He chokes up, not too much. Right-hand hitter. The 1-strike pitch. On the ground, in the hole. Tresh knocks it down. He can't make a play. Everybody's safe. Tommy Tresh dove after the ball, knocked it down. The runner's now at 1st and 2nd. Horlin goes to 2nd. Bradford gets an infield hit. That's number 4 off Talbot. And the White Sox with runners at 1st and 2nd. That'll bring up Bill Voss, who singled to left in the 1st. Fine stop by Tommy Tresh. He had no chance to make a play on anybody as he was rolling in the dirt, and then lost the ball even after he'd knocked it down. All right, Talbot comes set. Checks Voss. The pitch. Right down the middle for a strike. Well, when you come out here, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see our lovely Yankee hostesses walking through the stands. They'll take care of your ticket requests while you're sitting in your seat. In fact, if they can, they'll replace that same seat for any future game. The 1-strike pitch is foul back. Strike 2. You know, that's quite a convenience if you think about it. You're sitting here in your seat. You like what you see. You like the view. You call a hostess over. She'll take your order right there, go back, and in a few minutes, you've got your ticket for any future game you want. That is, if that seat is available. If it's not, she'll put you very close. All right, Talbot ready. 2-strike pitch coming up. Voss waiting. It's fouled back again. Bill Voss has not been tearing the hide off the ball. He was brought up from Hawaii on April the 29th. Was batting .298 with Hawaii. He replaced No Neck Williams, who, according to manager Ed Short, he hated to send down as general manager Ed Short because he was so pleasing to the public. The 2-strike pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Walter No Neck Williams, a little guy, was not a great fielder and was not hitting too well, so consequently Eddie Stanky wanted to make a change, and Ed Short sent No Neck Williams down, who's batting .360, if you can imagine, with Hawaii. Doing a great job, and it was the one guy that Ed Short did not want to send down, but felt he ought to. Curveball swung on a miss by Voss. That's strike 3 for Talbot. Strikeout number 3 as well for Fred. And now here's Tom McCraw. The White Sox batting order left-handed against the right-handed Talbot. McCraw hits one left side, slicing toward the stands. Roy White over there can't get to it. Strike one. Everybody goes back. Bill Voss batting second. Tom McCraw in the third spot. Ward in the cleanup spot. And Snyder in the fifth position. All left-hand hitters. Brad, the leadoff man, is a right-hander. And then the sixth batter, Josephson, right-handed. Aparicio right-handed. Cullen right-handed, as is Portland. But Eddie Stanky has loaded the heart of his batting order with left-handers. Voss, McCraw, Ward, and Snyder. White Sox have not been scoring too many runs of late, nor has anyone else for that matter. All right, Fred Talbot comes set. The one-strike pitch on the way is way outside. Nice play by Gibbs. 1-1. I guess the club that you would wonder about most is the Pittsburgh Pirates. They were supposed to be a powerhouse at the plate. And Pittsburgh, if you look at the standings right now, are nestled in ninth place, a half a game ahead of the Houston Astros, who are 10th. Here's the 1-1 pitch to McCraw. Swings at a good sinker. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No score in the game. Top of the third. Horland at second. At first base, Buddy Bradford. Fred Talbot, slow and deliberate. He's got the sign. He kicks. Here it comes. Swung on, a foul tip, and Gibbs hung on to it, but it hit his chest protector first, and it doesn't count. On a foul tip like that, if the ball hits your glove after it's been tipped, kicks up off your mask and bounces up in the air and you catch it, it counts as strike 3. You're out. Provided it hits your glove first. But this ball hit Gibbs in the chest protector first, and then he grabbed it, and that does not count as a catch. Anytime the ball is tipped with 2 strikes and it hits the glove, and you get it before it hits the ground, after it hits your glove, then the man is out. But it's got to hit the glove first, off the tip. Here's the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, Gibbs knocks it down nicely, and the runner's hold. A curveball, a hit about 2 feet in front of home plate. All right, Tommy McCraw choking up in the bat now from the left side. Portland will be moving. Bradford will be going. Talbot, he's ready. Set. There they go. The pitch is low, and they're loaded up. That's the first walk given up by Talbot tonight. The bases are loaded, and here's Pete Ward, the cleanup man, who capped back to the pitcher in the second inning. So Eddie Stanky's got the guy up there that he wants, his cleanup batter, with the bases loaded and 2 down. No score, top of the third inning. Ward from the left side holds the bat right on the end. Hovers over that plate. He's waiting. Here's the pitch. It's inside. Ball 1. Talbot thought he had it. Grover Riesinger at third base. The coach yelling something into Ward. Marv Grisham, coaching at first, is on the quiet side. Fine pitching coach, though. Great pitcher for the Giants back in '54 when they won the pennant. He and Hoyt Wilhelm, who have been matched again on this club. There's a drive to right field. That ball is pulled foul, and it's a good thing. Way up there. That would have been a home run in the upper deck. And that's the first half. He's got the distance, but not the right line. Remember back in 1954 when the Giants won the pennant, Hoyt Wilhelm and Marv Grisham, the 2 great relievers for the Giants? Well, Grisham is the pitching coach for this club. And Wilhelm still pitches. He'll be 45 in July. Well, Ward wants a little time as Talbot is taking his windup now with the bases loaded and 2 down. No score. White Sox with 4 base hits. Talbot ready. Here's the pitch. Ward goes after it. A bad ball. He can't hold back. It's strike 2. 1-2. All right, the tension is hanging here. Talbot getting the sign from Gibbs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Third inning, no score. Here we go again. Talbot ready. It's on the way. Ward takes it outside. A quick pitch, 2-2. Fredland at third base. Bradford at second. McCraw at first. And tomorrow night it'll be Peterson against Peters. 2 left-handers in the finale. Fred holds the ball in his glove. Now he's got it in his hand into the windup. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Ward. Fouls this one back right to our left. Fred now is on the rubber. When Talbot is in trouble, he becomes extremely deliberate, making everything just the way he wants it, gauging the hitter. He knows the bases are loaded, tearing into Gibbs, trying to get the sign he wants. He has it. The 2-2 pitch again on the way, and Ward takes it low for 3-2. It's a full count. So the runners will be going if Talbot winds up. Let's see what he does. He may come set. On the other hand, manager Ralph Houck may say, go ahead and take your windup. If he winds up, McCraw, a fast man, could score all the way from first. McCraw with a big lead moving off. Bradford moving off second. Fredland moving off third. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Talbot ready. There go the runners. A pitch by Talbot in the dirt. It's ball 4. And coming in to score is Fredland. A nice block by Jake Gibbs. Saved an extra run as Buddy Bradford was trying to score, but then had to go back. So it's a 1-0 ball game. Second walk given up by Talbot. That'll go as an RBI for Ward. And for Pete, his 18th of the year, and that ties him with Tommy McCraw for most for the White Sox. Sox lead 1-0. Bases still loaded. And now here's Russ Snyder. And now here comes manager Ralph Houck out of the Yankee dugout. Fred Talbot trying for his first win here in 1968. Came into the game 0-7. To be very honest with you, he has not pitched that bad. Just has not been able to turn in a victory. So let's see what Ralph Houck is going to do, whether or not he's going to stay with Talbot or go to his bullpen. Well, the conference is getting lengthy out there, and it looks like somebody is coming in from the Yankee bullpen. We're going to have a pitching change. Talbot got into deep trouble here in the third inning. He got Cullen, who popped to short, but then Fredland got a single. Bradford got an infield single. Then he struck out Bill Voss for the second out, but he walked McCraw and Ward to give up a run. And the White Sox lead 1-0. And it looks as though Jim Bouton is our man, who will be coming on for Fred Talbot. So Talbot well, that is Bill Momboquette. It's not Jim Bouton. Mambo is coming on, not Bouton. One to nothing, the White Sox lead. And Mambo Kid comes on for Fred Talbot, who's getting a hand as he leaves the mound. Bases are loaded, and Mambo Kid will be going up against Russ Snyder. Bill Mambo Kid, the old campaigner, coming on to try to put out the fire. 1-0. White Sox lead. Top of the third. Bases loaded. 2 out. Mambo Kid taking his warm-up tosses. While we're waiting, we'd like to remind you that if you drop by the stadium here, why don't you pick up the new Yankee yearbook for 1968. It's really a beauty. It's only 75 cents. Some great color pictures in there, the biographies of all the players, and some short sketches on them as well as on their families. I think you'll really enjoy it. If you don't have an opportunity to come to the ballpark, you can always order it by mail by sending your request to Yankee Yearbook, Yankee Stadium, Bronx, New York. Send $1, the extra 25 cents to cover handling. Right now, Russ Snyder waiting. It's New York Yankee baseball. Let's pause for station identification.
This is Jerry Ducey. Stay tuned tonight following Yankee baseball for my Nightline show here on WGY Schenectady.
Russ Snyder stepping in. Single to center field in the second. Bases loaded. 2 outs. A run across. All of the men on, should they score, will be charged to Talbot. There's a foul off left side. Strike one. High curveball. Bradford at third. McCraw at second. Ward at first. There's another pop-up left side. Bobby Cox near the railing. Can't get it. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. A bases loaded situation. Russ Snyder, who has 1 hit already tonight, facing Bill Mambo Kid, who's come on for Fred Talbot with 2 outs. No balls and 2 strikes. Snyder waiting. A couple of old pros after it. Snyder against Mambo. Here's a pitch by Mambo Kid. It's outside. 1-2. Mambo Kid getting the sign from Gibbs. Runners moving off. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Russ Snyder. It's inside. 2-2. Mambo thought he had it. A slider that missed. Hear the gasp from the crowd here. A very close pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bradford, a fast man at third. McCraw, a fast man at second. Ward at first. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Hit the right field. The ball is fair. And it's a home run. John Flaherty put his hand up. It's a home run, a line drive. Home run into the seats. A grand slammer by Russ Snyder. The White Sox are out in front 5-0. Bradford, McCraw, and Ward are charged to Talbot, and a home run by Snyder is charged to Mambo Kid. 4 RBIs. It's a 5-0 game. Here is Josephson. There's one on the ground. Cox off his chest, up with it. Fires the first in time, and the side now is retired. For the White Sox, 5 runs on 3 base hits. No Yankee errors, nobody left. And the score after 2.5, the White Sox 5 and the Yankees nothing.
If your car is inclined to stall and idle roughly, or if it doesn't accelerate as it should, there's not much comfort in the fact that a lot of other drivers are having the same problem. But cheer up. Thousands of drivers have found the way to solve that problem. They use Atlantic Imperial, the clean carburetor gasoline. You see, stalling, rough idling, and poor acceleration are often caused by dirt deposits, which some gasolines allow to build up in the throttle plate area of the carburetor. And it takes only a few tankfuls of Atlantic Imperial to dissolve stubborn throttle plate deposits and wash them harmlessly away. Then, as you continue to use Atlantic Imperial, it helps prevent their return. So come on, get on the Imperial road, the road that leads to smooth engine performance with Atlantic Imperial, the clean carburetor gasoline.
Well, a grand slammer by Russ Snyder, a low line drive that just did clear the fence down in that short 296 area in right field, has given the White Sox a 5-0 lead. And that was the second grand slam home run off New York pitching. Gary Peters had one. White Sox 5, Yanks nothing, bottom of the third, and coming on for the Yankees now, the bottom third of the batting order, Gibbs, Cox, and Mambo Kett. Gibbs hits the first pitch to Aparicio at short, who gobbles it up. Fires in time, one away. That was the first grand slam home run of Snyder's career. Incidentally, for Snyder, it was his first home run this year and his first RBI. So he's got one home run and now 4 RBIs. Bobby Cox stepping in there. 1 out, nobody on. Horland being spotted to a 5-0 lead. Bottom of the third, the pitch to Cox is strike one called. On the board, Yankee pitching leaders, Bonson 6-2, Stottlemyre 7-4. And Stottlemyre, a 2.21 earned run average, leads the team. Curveball dribbled out right side. Strike 2. Josephson after it. Throws it back to Horland. Dwayne Josephson wears a skull cap. He just turns it around. It's a regular batting helmet, but he flips it around while he's catching. Many catchers, rather than wear that helmet with that beak sticking out, either cut it off or wear the newly prepared form-fitting skull cap that the catchers are wearing behind the plate. There's a 1-2 delivery now, and Bobby Cox with 1 out is up there. Mambo on deck. Horland ready. The right-hander delivers, and Cox hits it to center field. Coming on fast is Bradford. He makes the play for the putout. Line drive to the center fielder, Buddy Bradford, by Bobby Cox. And now here's Bill Mambo Kett. Cox was batting at .230 before lining out. Gibbs at .229, and now Bill Mambo Kett moving in there. Horland shakes off his catcher. Mambo with 2 outs, nobody on, standing in there. The pitch by Joel is swung on a miss for strike 1. Mambo Kett is 3 for 22, a 136 batting average. Horland to Mambo, a 1-hopper, and Horland has it. Flips over to Tommy McCraw, and the side is retired. Play going 1-3. 3 up and 3 down. The Yankees have not got a base hit, and after 3 full innings of play, White Sox 5 and the Yankees nothing. And now let's take a look at the scoreboard while we have our network with us. Baltimore 5, the Senators nothing. They're playing the 4th inning. Brabender for the Orioles, Bertana and Bosman for the Senators. Buford had a home run for Baltimore. California at Boston, a scheduled doubleheader rained out. Oakland 1, Cleveland nothing. They're playing the 6th. Chuck Dobson against Sonny Siebert. In the first of a twilight doubleheader, Detroit 3, Minnesota 1, with Detroit batting in the bottom of the 8th. Oliva had a home run in the 8th for the Twins. Chance relieved by Miller in the 7th. Dobson, Pat Dobson, relieved by Patterson in the 8th. That's the first game of a twilighter. The Mets at Los Angeles, Pittsburgh at San Francisco, a later start tonight. This afternoon, Cincinnati beat the Cubs 9-7. The winner was McCool, the loser Joe Niekro. Perez and May homered for Cincinnati. Cardinals 5, the Braves nothing. They're playing the 4th. Gibson for the Cardinals, Kelly and Upshaw in the 3rd for the Braves. Houston 5, Philadelphia 1. Philadelphia batting bottom of the 5th. Dirk are all away for the Houston Astros. Wise, Wagner, and James for Philadelphia. And here at the stadium, White Sox are leading the Yankees 5-0 as Luis Aparicio steps in against Bill Mambo Kett. First pitch is right in there, strike 1. Another one is inside to Louis. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mambo Kett delivers, and Aparicio takes low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Those Tigers are tough. Got a 3-game lead, and they're out in front 3-0 over the Twins in the 8th. There's a one-hopper. Mambo Kett has it. Flips over to first. Aparicio is out of there. 1 away. Fred Talbot went the first 2 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, walked 1, struck out 3, and was charged with 4 runs. Mambo to Tim Cullen. Right in there, strike 1. Cullen batting in the number 8 spot. Popped to the shortstop in the 3rd. He was the first hitter in that big 3rd inning for the White Sox. There's one to left field. Well hit. Roy White, plenty of room. Drifting back as under it has the play. 2 up and 2 down, and now Joel Horland coming on. Horland scored the first White Sox run on a bases-loaded walk to Pete Ward. Horland, Bradford, McCraw, Ward, and Snyder scored in the 3rd inning, a big 5-run inning for the White Sox, and they lead 5-0. Top of the 4th with 2 out, nobody on. Joel Horland waiting as Mambo Kett fires one in there, and it's strike called. Hazy evening here at Yankee Stadium. There's a foul back. Strike 2. Horland stepping back in there. He's got a closed stance, chokes up a little. Cox is back at 3rd. Infield and outfield just about straight away as Mambo Kett delivers. And there's a drive right to Horace Clark. He's got it. Horland has hit the ball hard twice tonight. He got a base hit the first time and now lines out to Horace Clark. 3 up and 3 down. Score after 3.5. The White Sox 5 and the Yankees nothing.
Larry keeps your car on the go.
There's fun and excitement along the way as well as when you get there. When you fill up with Atlantic Imperial gasoline and follow the Imperial Road. Forget about how your car will run. Atlantic Imperial gasoline helps keep it running the way it was made to run, wherever you go. Your drive will come alive when you take the Imperial Road. Pack more fun in your trip and get on the Imperial Road with Atlantic Imperial gasoline.
Atlantic keeps your car on the road.
Has not given up a base hit. He's given up one walk, and that to Horace Clarke, the man who's stepping in there right now as we go into the bottom of the fourth with the White Sox leading the Yankees 5-0. Clarke hitting .220 from the left side. In shallow at third base is Pete Ward. Aparicio shading toward the left side at shortstop, blocking the hole. Clarke takes a curve. Strike one. Horace doesn't pull the ball too much. He'll hit to the opposite field. Russ Snyder, very shallow, shading toward the line and left. Bradford left to second. The next one to Clarke is swung on a miss. Strike two. They're playing Clarke as an opposite field hitter right now. Roy White on deck. He'll be followed by Mantle. Yankees trailing by 5, and now Bradford has taken about 5 steps into left. There's a ground ball. Up with it. The third baseman Ward. Over to McCraw. One away. They had Horace Clarke boxed in pretty good. Everybody shading toward the left, and they got him. Roy White fly to left field in the first inning. Yankees behind by 5, a 5-0 game. Orland has not given up a base hit. One out. White hits one. This could be it. Bradford's got to go way back there. He makes the play in the gap in left center. Buddy Bradford got a good jump on a line drive heading in the gap into left center to haul it in. Now here's Mickey Mantle. Mantle bounced to short in the first inning, but it was Aparicio playing on the right side of second base. All right, Horland delivers, and Mantle takes a strike. Mickey with 7 home runs, 18 RBIs, 525 lifetime homers. Needs 9 more to tie Jimmy Fox. The one-strike pitch is a curve inside. One ball, one strike. Orland to Mantle. It's high and outside. 2-1. Joel Horland lost his first 5. Now has a record of 4-6. All right, Mantle waiting. Here's the pitch. Foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Balls, 2 strikes. Mickey standing in there. Here's Horland now. Once again, it's on the way. On the ground. A little foul. Whitey Ford has it at first. Yankee tickets. You can get them and make your reservations at the Freedom National Bank on 125th Street. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. With the overshift on, here's the next one. Curveball hit high in the air, left field. Snyder came in and then goes back. Waiting, he's got it. And the side is retired. So Joel Horland has pitched to the minimum number. The walk given up to Horace Clark in the first inning, he was cut down attempting to steal. And that's been the way it is. 3 up and 3 down. And the score after 4. White Sox 5, Yankees nothing. In the 5th inning, top of the batting order for the White Sox, Bradford, Boss, and McCraw facing Mambo Kett, who came on for Talbot. Hit hard, foul down the left side. Tommy Hawk a fastball. Deep in the lower seats and left. Foul ball. Detroit leading Minnesota 3-1. They're playing the 9th. Oakland 2, Cleveland nothing. Cleveland batting bottom of the 6th. Fastball inside to Bradford. Baltimore 5, Senators nothing. Senators batting in the bottom of the 4th. California at Boston, a doubleheader postponed because of rain. A lot of bad weather up there. They were rained out last night. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Bradford. Outside. National League this afternoon, Cincinnati beat the Cubs 9-7. Tonight, the Cardinals lead the Braves 5-0, and they're playing in the 5th inning. Houston 5, Philadelphia 1 in the 7th. That's all the action we have right now. Right here, White Sox 5, Yankees nothing, top of the 5th. Nobody out, 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Buddy Bradford. Here's the next one by Mambo. On the corner for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Mambo ready. On the way, misses outside, 3-2. Bradford bounced to second, had a scratch single to short. That was a play where Tresh knocked the ball down but couldn't throw anybody out. Three and 2 pitch coming up now. Defense straight away. Here's Mambo Kett. The pitch is swung on a miss, and Bradford dropped the bat. A slider. He was fooled. The first strikeout for Mambo. One away. Here's Bill Voss, who singled and struck out. Voss, left-hand batter. Bill, a rather trim outfielder, chokes up a little bit and takes inside for ball 1. Straight up and down stance. Looks almost as though he's not ready as the ball leaves the pitcher's hand, but he moves the bat rather quickly. The 1-0 delivery. Curveball hit sharply. Mantle off his glove. Can't get it. Clark does come up with it, but Voss, racing the Mambo Kett to first base, gets there in time. That'll be a base hit for Bill Voss. Now here's Tom McCraw, who flied to left and walked and scored a run. Bill Voss, 2 for 3 tonight. He has not been hitting, but tonight he's hit 2 sharp singles. One to center field, and this one to right. One out, McCraw waiting, and the pitch to Tommy. Outside, ball 1. Bill Voss, who was 2 for 3 tonight, had a pinch hit last night, so that gives him 3 for 4 in this series. All right, McCraw's waiting. Mambo sets. Here's the pitch to McCraw. Hit the left field. It may drop. It does. A base hit. Holding on at second base is Voss. Back-to-back singles with 1 away. And the White Sox have runners at first and second. That's the third hit off Monboquette. The big one was the grand slam home run off by Russ Snyder off Monboquette in the third inning. And here is Pete Ward, who bounced to the pitcher and walked and scored a run. White Sox 5, Yankees nothing. The Yankees have not been able to mount any kind of a threat at this moment. They're trailing 5-0 as Ward takes inside from Mambo. 1-0. 1-0 the count. Mambo, who started off very fast for the Yankees, has not had as much luck in recent weeks. Bill comes set. Delivers a one-hopper through Tresh. Got right through him. Coming in to score is Bill Boss. Here comes McCraw. He's going to try it, and he's in there. Tommy McCraw came all the way around. Down to second base on the relay is Pete Ward. A single and 2 RBIs for Pete Ward. Tommy McCraw put his head down. It just kept coming. Tresh up with the ball, fired it, threw a little bit high, pulled Gibbs off the plate. And it's the White Sox 7 and the Yankees nothing. And for Ward, RBIs number 19 and 20. Now here's Russ Snyder, who's 2 for 2, a single and a grand slam home run. Ward with 3 RBIs, Snyder with 4. The big guns for the White Sox. Monboquette waiting. The pitch to Russ. Curve is high and tight. Ball 1. That's the final score now. Detroit beat Minnesota in that first game of a doubleheader, 3-1. The winning pitcher was Pat Dobson. The loser was Chance. There's a foul off by Snyder. 1 ball, 1 strike. Detroit, 3 runs, 5 hits. Minnesota, 1 run on 6. So Detroit rolls along. But right here, the White Sox lead the Yankees 7-0 in the 5th inning. 1 away, a 1-1 count on Snyder. Ward at second. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. 2-1. Monboquette checking Gibbs. Ward moving off second. Snyder swings and misses. 2-2. Good curveball. Coming up with his first grand slam in his major league career. Pumped in 4 big runs to give the White Sox a 5-0 lead. There's a fastball outside, 3-2. White Sox now out in front, 7-0 on 8 hits. The Yankees looking for their first base hit off Joel Horland. Defense about straight away. Snyder hits the all field. He's waiting. Monboquette gets a sign. Checks Ward at second. Here's the payoff pitch. Curve hit sharply to Clark at second. He came up with it. A tough hop over to Mantle in time, and over to third base goes Ward. Ball was well hit and a tough hop. Here's Dwayne Josephson, who struck out and bounced to third. The catcher, a right-hand hitter. Getting very foggy right now. This game will not be an official game until the Yankees come to the plate in the bottom of the 5th. Strike 1. I don't ever recall a ball game being canceled here at Yankee Stadium because of fog. It's happened in other parks, but I don't ever recall it happening here.
That
an exhibition game canceled in Toronto one fall because of fog. 1-1. Had a big all-star team of the American and National League up there. About 10 or 12,000 people in the stands. You couldn't see second base. And that all-star tour started off bad and got increasingly worse. And halfway through, we disbanded and everybody went home. The 1-1 pitch. Hit on the fish, short left. White coming on, and he can't get it. It drops. Down to second base, Josephson. And coming in to score is Ward. And that is credited as a two-base hit. And it's now an 8-0 ball game. So Ward comes in to score. RBI for Josephson. Yeah, the White Sox are commanding 8-0 lead. Here's Aparicio. That was RBI number 13 for Josephson. You know those barnstorming tours years ago, they used to make big money. Remember when Bob Feller took them right after the war? They'd pack them in all over the country. Then they just kind of dwindled away. There's a ground ball to Tresh. Half hop over to Mantle in time to get Louis, and the side is retired. For the White Sox, 3 runs on 4 base hits, 1 man left. And the score after 5.5. Chicago 8, Yankees nothing.
The traveling smooth on the Imperial Road with Atlantic Imperial to make the going more fun. Now, that may seem like a lot to expect from a gasoline, but Atlantic Imperial isn't just any gasoline. It's the clean carburetor gasoline. It cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean. That can do a lot to increase your driving pleasure because dirt deposits in the throttle plate area are a common cause of stalling, rough idling, and poor acceleration. Problems you shouldn't have to put up with. Atlantic Imperial won't tolerate troublesome throttle plate deposits. It dissolves them and washes them harmlessly away. Then wherever you drive, you're on the Imperial Road, where every trip is a pleasure trip. So, come on. Get on the Imperial Road with Atlantic Imperial, the clean carburetor gasoline.
Well, we're ready to go into the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Joe Pepitone coming on for the Yankees. The Yankees still looking for their first base hit of this ball game. Pepitone, Costco, and Tresh. And the 8 runs scored by the White Sox tonight, a season high. Right now, Joe Pepitone standing in there. Joel Orland, right-handed, held the Yankees in check. Into the windup. Here's the pitch. A curve. Drops it in there. Right now, let's pause for station identification. It's 0-2. The 2-strike pitch to Pepe. Almost got him way inside. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. White Sox 8, Yankees nothing. Fredland missed with a curveball way outside. The only base runner for the Yankees was Horace Clark, who walked in the first and then was thrown out, attempting to steal. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Pepe. On the ground, sharply hit. Cullen falls down. He's got to get up quick. Not in time, and now there goes a base hit. Cullen had the ball, fell down. The ball dropped out of his glove. And they're giving Pepitone an infield hit. No way they can do it otherwise. You know, Cullen probably feels much worse than Horland does. So the no-hitter goes down the drain. Bottom of the fifth inning. Pepitone, the scratch single. Here's Costco. Costco takes a curveball on the corner, strike one. Heard the reaction from the crowd when the hit sign went on the board. Costco dribbles one off to the right, strike two. Fredland throwing Costco, breaking pitches away. Andy Costco standing in there. Waiting. Pepitone at first. Fredland comes set. Fastball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ward at third. Aparicio at short are back. And Ward is well over toward the line. Aparicio in the hole. He'll have a tough time covering on any ball should it hit first baseman. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up the middle, a base hit. Tried to slip a fastball by him on the inside, and he nailed it. Well, they now have runners at first and second. Nobody out, and here's Tommy Tresh. Tresh from the left side with Pepitone at second. Costco at first. Fredland gets set. He's leading 8-0. The pitch hit to right field. That's out of here. Way back there. Suddenly here, the Yankees have come alive. That's Tresh's third home run of the year. RBIs 21, 22, and 23. And now it's an 8-3 ball game, and all of it started on that scratch single by Pepitone. Boom, boom, boom. And the Yankees are trying to get back in the game. 3 successive hits, nobody out. Here's Gibbs, who bounced to short in the third. Fredland zipped through the first 4, but in the 5th, the Yankees have tagged him for 3 runs. That ball is in there to Gibbs for a strike. The 1-strike pitch now to Jake. Inside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch as Gibbs waits. Fredland ready. Here it comes. Curve fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Been a wild one in a sense. The White Sox have been doing all go up with it in time, and Gibbs is out of there. Louis was playing, Jake, in just the right spot. Second time that Gibbs has bounced Aparicio. Tommy Tresh, as we told you, got his 3rd home run, and 2 of those 3 have been against the White Sox. Bobby Cox, who lined to center field in the 3rd inning, stepping in. 1 out. The pitch to Cox, hit hard but foul down the left field side, and Fredland suddenly does not have the magic that he had through the first 4 innings. Hauser coming out of the Yankee dugout. He'll be batting for Mambo Kett. Cox waiting. There's a pop-up left side. Ward near the railing. He won't be able to get to it. Drops in. So that'll be all for Mambo Kett. Hauser into the on-deck circle to bat for Bill. And the Yankees will have another pitcher. No ball, 2 strikes. Cox waiting. Here it comes by Horland. Swings and misses. Strike 3. That's the first strikeout for Joel Horland in the ballgame. And now Dick Hauser coming off for Mambo Kett. Hauser batting at 129. He's got 16 base on balls, though. Been doing most of his work as a pinch hitter. Hauser waiting. Horland into the windup. The pitch to Dick is in there for strike 1. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, the Yankees, Peterson against the White Sox, Peters. Peterson 3-2. Gary Peters at 3-6. We'll be on the air at 7:55. There's Dick going after a curve, strike 2. Last half of the 5th inning, the Yankees coming up with 3 runs on 3 hits. The big one, the 3-run shot by Tresh. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Right through his legs. He overran the ball. And Hauser is safe on an error by Timmy Cullen. You never saw so many people going after a baseball in your life. The center fielder, Bradford, the right fielder, Boss, and Aparicio all went after the ball, and they almost all went head on. Wait a minute. They're not going to give him a hit on that, are they? Somebody flashed a hit on the board. We'll have to wait and see. Well, old Leonard Coppett, who wrote the book, A Thinking's Man Guide to Baseball, gave him a base hit. At least that's what's on the board right now. Ball went right through the legs of Tim Cullen. Here's Horace Clark. Fouls it back. Strike 1. One strike the count. Hauser on a scratch single at first base. The 1-strike pitch to Clark. He fouls this one off. Strike 2. The official ruling is that Dick Hauser gets himself an infield hit, even though the ball went right through the second baseman's legs. We'll have a discussion with Mr. Coppett about that in the press room after the game tonight. There's a ground ball to Cullen. He's got this one on the big hop. Flips over to McCraw, and the side is retired. Play going 4-3. For the Yankees, 3 runs on 4 base hits. No errors. 1 left, and the score after 5. White Sox 8, Yankees.
Out in those 8 runs, and maybe eased up a little bit. For the Yankees, big home run by Tommy Tresh with 2 on. 8-3, and the Bulldog Jim Bowden out on the mound. And it'll be Tim Cullen, Joe Holden, and Buddy Bradford to face him. The weather been very unusual last night and tonight. Misting through most of the game. And it's quite foggy out. High fly balls get kind of lost up there in the mist. Tried Tim Cullen, popped to short in the third inning, fly to left field in the fourth. We get ready to go in the top of the sixth inning. The first pitch by Bowden is strike one call to Cullen. So the league-leading Tigers beat the Twins 3-1, their first game of the Twin Bill. Fastball line, base hit to left field. Bobby Cox leaped high for it, just couldn't reach it as Roar White flips it in. Hits now for the White Sox to go with their 8 runs, and here's Joe Holland. And we're going to have a runner, Sandy Alomar, running for Tim Cullen. Sandy Alomar loosening up at first base. And now Joe Holland, who started the big 5-run rally in the third inning with a line single to right center, and then lined out to second base in the fourth. For Holland, it was only his third base hit of the year. The pitch is bunted at and missed, strike one. Mickey Mantle charging in from first base. Bobby Cox coming in from third. On deck, Buddy Bradford. Alomar with good speed at first base. Mambo gets the sign from Gibbs. Here's the stretch. The pitch is taken. He was squaring around a bunt again. It's outside 1-1. Mickey Mantle really charging in from first base. Outfield straight away, not too deep on Holland. Here's the stretch. The pitch is bunted down the first base line, but foul. Picked up by Mick, and Alomar down to second, has to come back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Baltimore leading Washington 7-3, and they have beaten the Senators all 8 games that they've played this year. California at Boston postponed, and Oakland leading Cleveland 1-0 in the 6th inning. Cincinnati beat the Cubs this afternoon 9-7. Cardinals lead the Braves 5-0 in the 7th. Stretch by Bowden. There goes the runner. The ball is bunted. Beautiful bunt. They're going to have to hustle to get Alomar, and Bowden tags him out. Jim picked up the ball, and his only play was to tag Holland. Alomar goes to second. The sacrifice is successful, 1 unassisted. And the batter, Buddy Bradford, bounced to second in the first, had an infield hit, and scored in the third and struck out in the 5th. Houston leads Philadelphia 5-1 in the 8th inning. Bowden's curve is in there, strike one call. The Mets play the Dodgers later on tonight. And they beat the Dodgers 1-0 last night in 10 innings. Tom Seaver all the way. There's another curve in there. 0-2 on Bradford. At Alomar taking a big lead, bothering Bowden out at second base. Pittsburgh at San Francisco later on. 8-3, the White Sox lead, top of the 6th. Stretch by Bowden. Fastball just inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck, Bill Voss. Alomar really with a big lead at second now. And Clark chases him back. Bowden looks back again, and now Bradford asks for time at the plate. One man out. Here's the stretch by Boughton. Throw back to second. Boughton fell as he threw the ball, but Clark was able to catch it. No tag made. Alomar sliding back. He seems to be bothering Bradford more than anybody else. Again, Buddy steps out of the batter's box. It's tough for the batter because the runner at second is right in your line of vision. The stretch, the pitch is in there. Strike three call. Bradford called out on strikes. First strikeout for Boughton. The fifth White Sox batter to go down on strikes tonight. And the batter, Bill Voss, who's 2 for 4. He singled to left in the first inning, was cut down attempting to steal, struck out in the third, and then singled off Mantle's glove in the fifth. 2 out. Voss swings, fouls one outside of first base. Boughton wants a new baseball. Two men out here in the top of the sixth inning. Here's the stretch. Changeup fouled at the plate, strike 2. Nothing in 2 on the left hand hitting Bill Voss. On deck, Tom McCraw. Everyone in the starting lineup, with the exception of Louis Aparicio, has at least one base hit in this game. Fastball bounced back to Boughton. He's got it. Over to Mantle in time. And for the White Sox, no runs, 1 hit, no Yankee errors, and 1 man left. And at the end of 5 1/2, it's the White Sox 8 and the Yankees 3.
Atlantic keeps your car on the go. Atlantic keeps your car on the go. There is so much you can see. Go. The view is fine and it's free.
There's more to driving than simply getting there when your car runs the way it was made to run. Atlantic Imperial gasoline helps it do just that along the Imperial Road.
Atlantic keeps your car on the go.
Whenever you hit the road, make it the Imperial Road. Every road you travel becomes the Imperial Road with Atlantic Imperial gasoline.
Atlantic keeps your car on the go.
Sandy Alomar, who went in a run for Tim Cullen, remains in the game at second base. And for the Yankees, it'll be Roy White, Mickey Mantle, and Joe Pepitone to face Joe Holland, with the White Sox leading 8-3. A grand slam homer by Russ Snyder in the third, and a 3-run homer by Tommy Tresh in the fifth. Roy White, fly to left in the first inning, line to center field in the fourth. By Joe Holland, ready out on the mound. Pitch to White is a strike on the inside corner. Pete Ward continues to play in close at third base. Curve is outside, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Low, ball 2, 2-1. Holland goes to the rosin bag. Outside and high, ball 3, 3-1. Holland has walked one man. That was Clark leading off in the bottom of the first. He has struck out only one. That was Bobby Cox in the 5th inning. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. High and tight. Second walk given up by Holden, and here's Mickey Mantle. Mickey bounced to short in the 1st inning, flied to left field in the 4th. Cannot overshift on Mickey with a runner at first base. Here's a stretch by Holland. Pitch to Mantle. Hit deep to right field. Deep to right field. A home run for Mickey Mantle. Into the right field seat. Home run number 526 lifetime for Mantle. Fastball. Drilled it into the seats in right field. Home run number 526 for Mickey. His 8th of this year, now has 20 RBIs. That makes it an 8-5 ball game in favor of the White Sox. Marv Grissom is out on the mound talking with Holland and Josephson. And I tell you, it's not often that a White Sox pitcher gets an 8-run lead, and as we've told you many times, the pitcher kind of relaxes with that kind of a lead. And the Yankees have really jumped on Holland. They have only 5 base hits, but have made them count 5 runs. A 3-run homer by Tresh, a 2-run homer by Mickey Mantle, and the Yankees right back in this ball game now. Joe Pepitone will be the batter. Grissom leaves. They're going to let Holland in the ball game. Pepitone bounced to short in the 2nd and had an infield hit in the 5th. And they'll have to call time now. Somebody's running down into the White Sox bullpen. This is the 2nd time in this game that somebody has taken off across the field from the White Sox dugout towards the bullpen. All right, we're ready to go. Here's Holland's first pitch to Pepitone. Way high and outside, ball 1. He missed home plate by about 10 feet. Pete Ward gets the signal from Eddie Stanky to go in and talk with Holland. And this has got to be one of the most ineffective games Holland has pitched all year. He came into this game with a 1.71 earned run average. The windup. Pitch to Pepe. Check swing, but he swung far enough, and it's 1-1. The pitch was low, and Joe tried to hold back on his swing. On deck, Andy Costco. Holland's next pitch, a curve, hit high in the air to right, curving foul, and going back into the crowd, not a play down the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yankees bouncing back. These are the kind of games managers like to see the team bounce back and win. Remember the other day, Cincinnati was leading the Cardinals 8-0, and the Cardinals scored 10 runs to win the game 10-8. So anything can happen in a ball game. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, went after a bad pitch below the knees. Second strikeout for Holland, and here is Costco. Andy foul to the catcher in the second. Single to center in the fifth. One out, nobody on. Casco the batter. The pitch to Casco is low and outside, ball one. We just get the word that was Mickey Mantle's first home run ever off Joe Holland. Low delivery. Swing and a miss at a low fastball. Again below the knees. 1-1. Holland had only allowed 4 homers before tonight. And the 2 tonight make it 6 now on the year. One on Andy Casco. On deck, Tommy Tresh. There's a ball fouled back out of play on the screen. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Holland's curve just inside, 2-2, a close pitch. Mickey Mantle now only 8 behind Jimmy Fox in the home run race. The 2-2 delivery, curve inside, ball 3, 3-2. Stanky said that's all with the count 3-2 on Andy Casco. I tell you, this Stanky is something else. I think he just waits for special situations to do the unexpected. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, and he signaled for a new pitcher. So while Stanky's out on the mound, on New York Yankee baseball, we'll pause for station identification.
This is Jerry Ducey. Stay tuned tonight following Yankee baseball for my Nightline show here on WGY Schenectady.
So Joe Holland very upset on the mound, and he's making no bones about it. He hands the ball to Stanky, doesn't even look at him, and walks off. And I tell you, very seldom, if ever, have I seen a pitcher taken out of a ball game with the count 3-2 on the hitter. And let's see, as he comes through the mist in the scooter, it looks like Don McMahon. And I believe that's who it is. Yes, sir. Don McMahon is coming on. Hard-throwing right-hander. Don McMahon. And what a spot he's coming in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Stanky flips him the ball. So should McMahon walk Andy Casco, this walk will be charged to Joe Holland. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The White Sox leading 8-5. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. So McMahon completing his warm-up tosses. McCraw and Alomar talking between first and second. Aparicio and Ward talking between second and third. And I wonder if the topic could be Eddie Stanky. Very probably. I tell you, when Stanky's managing, it makes broadcasting interesting. But you never know what's going to happen, and there's always something happening. All right, McMahon. Ready to pitch to Costco. A 3-ball, 2-strike count. The windup. The payoff pitch. Hit in the air to straightaway center field. Bradford is there. And makes the catch. Oh, Stanky's a genius. 2 out. And the batter, Tommy Trash, who flied to left in the second and hit a 3-run homer into the bleachers alongside the Yankee bullpen in the 5th. Two out, nobody on. McMahon's curve is over. Strike 1 call. Fastball inside, 1-1. Jake Gibbs on deck. Fastball hit in the air to center field. Bradford moving in. He's there and takes it. But the Yankees come up with 2 runs on the 2-run homer by Mickey Mantle. And the score at the end of 6 full innings. The White Sox 8 and the Yankees 5. Fountain's pitch is right down the middle, strike call. The 1-strike delivery. Fastball bounced to second base. Clark comes in. Bout boots the ball up with it. Throws to first. They got him. He's out at first base. Now check that. He's safe at first base. Sandy Albert's the only one in the ballpark, so Mickey dropped the ball. He had called him out. And then the ball popped out of Mickey's glove. Let's see, there's been no error put up there as yet. First, Clark booted the ball, and then the umpire at first called him out, and now Mickey is being charged with an error. Mickey Mantle being charged with the error. McCraw leads away. The curve to Ward is low and inside, ball 1. A very unusual play. That was a hot potato, that baseball. Clark booting it first and then Mickey dropping it. Ward hit to the box in the second, walked in the third, singled in the 5th. He has scored twice and driven in 3 runs. Stretched by Bowden. Fastball bounced to second base. Clark goes to Tresh for 1. No chance for... But they get the lead man at second base. 1 out, and the batter, Russ Snyder. Snyder single to center in the second, hit a grand slam home run in the third, and bounced to second in the 5th. Russ Snyder getting the first grand slam home run of his career. It was a low line drive, just cleared the low barrier in right field. Pitch to Snyder is a strike call. Dwayne Josephson on deck. 1 man out here in the top of the 7th. White Sox leading 8-5. left-hand batter. Changeup, bounce to first base. Mantle has it. Goes to Tresh for one. Back to first, not in time. And the ball is thrown. Luckily, it didn't go in the dugout. And Boughton gets the ball and tags Snyder, but the umpire says he did not make the turn. And the way Boughton tagged Snyder, he pushed him, and he was right. Snyder wasn't even trying to get away. No error on the play. The fourth play from 3 to 6, Mantle to Tresh. Tommy's throw was wide. It got by. Boughton covering first. But did not go into the dugout. Hit the railing right alongside the dugout. So Snyder's at first with 2 out. Here's Josephson. Struck out in the second. Bounced to third in the third and doubled to short left field in the fifth. Curve is over. They throw to first base. They almost got Snyder. He got a late break. He started to go, slipped a little bit, went about a third of the way down, then came back and just in time. Two out, 1 strike on Dwayne Josephson. Stretch by Boughton. Curve is over. Strike 2 called. Nothing in 2. Aparicio on deck. Again, Jim ready. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He went fishing for a low outside curve. No runs, no hits, 1 Yankee error, 1 man left, and at the end of 6 1/2, Chicago 8 and the Yankees 5. Well, in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Yankees, it'll be Gibbs, Cox, and then we'll have to wait and see if there'll be a pinch hitter for Jim Boughton. Gibbs bounced to short twice in the 3rd inning and again in the 5th. Don McMahon, who took over for Joe Holland. Pitch to Gibbs, swing and a miss, strike 1. Right hand line. Curve in there, strike 2. Nothing in 2 on Gibbs. McMahon, 6'1", 215 pounds. Fastball swing and a miss, strike 3. That brings up Bobby Cox. Bobby lined to center and struck out. On deck, Charlie Smith. McMahon's pitch fouled back off the screen, strike 1. The way Charlie Smith has been hitting, you kind of hate to see him come up in a spot like this without men on. He has really been something else. Final score, Houston beat the Phillies 5-1. Foul back on the screen. Nothing in 2. McMahon gets the sign. 1 out, nobody on. 8-5, the White Sox lead. Here's the windup. Curve low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. hardly see the left fielder. Curve low, ball 2, 2-2. A typical London night and San Francisco. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Bobby Cox. Fastball, ground ball is short. Aparicio gets the big hop. Fires to McCraw in time. It's 2 outs. And here's Charlie Smith. Charlie has 4 consecutive hits as a pinch hitter. The American League record is 6 by Bob Johnson, who was with Baltimore in 64. The National League record is 8 by Dave Philly with the Phillies in 58. Charlie Smith has had 9 appearances as the plate. 6 hits and a walk, an average of .750. 2 outs. The pitch is blown outside, ball 1. Bob Johnson, the fellow we were talking about, who holds the American League pinch hitting record of 6 consecutive pinch hits, was traded today along with Milt Pappas and Davidson, a pitcher, to Atlanta. There's a strike to Charlie Smith, 1-1. And Atlanta sent Tony Cloninger, Woody Woodward, and Clay Carroll to Cincinnati. Well, Milt Pappas expected to be traded. Low, 2 balls and a strike. He was very upset. If you recall, he was the player representative of the Cincinnati Reds. And went around and took a vote, and the Reds did not want to play a ball game on Saturday, and the Reds management overruled him, and Pappas said, I don't like the idea, and let everybody know it. He said, I guess they'll trade me now, and he was right. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Charlie fouls one back in the upper deck. 2 out, nobody on. White Sox lead 8-5 in the bottom of the 7th. On deck, Horace Clark. McMahon winds. The pitch, line to right field. Holy cow, a base hit for Charlie Smith. A fan grabbed it, and it's a ground rule double. This guy is really fantastic. That was a high, tight fastball that he lined down the right field line, and Gene Michael is going out to run for Charlie Smith. And listen to the hand Charlie gets. I tell you, this is unbelievable. I don't think Charlie Smith has been cheered this much in all the other years he's been in the big leagues put together. And now he has 5 consecutive base hits. And everybody will be anxiously awaiting his next turn to pinch hit. All right, Horace Clark, the battle with Gene Michael running for Charlie Smith at second base. The Yankees trail 8-5. Clark walked, bounced to third, bounced to second. Here's the stretch. Pitch to Clark. Outside with a breaking pitch, ball 1. Boy, that outfield really playing shallow on Clark. Low, ball 2, 2-0. Snyder in left, Bradford in center, and Boston right are really in shallow. And I know Clark can hit one over their heads. I'd love to see that happen. The stretch by McMahon. The pitch. Inside, ball 3, 3-0. Roy White is on deck. Clark with a 3-0 count. Gene Michael, short lead at second base. Here's the stretch. The pitch, right down the middle. Strike call, 3-1. could be taken again. Ready for the 3-1 pitch. Here it is, and he takes, and it's right down the middle. Strike two. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ralph out hoping that McMahon would be wild with another pitch. Get Clark on. So now we await the payoff pitch to Horace Clark. Here's the stretch. The payoff pitch. Swing and a foul to the right of the plate. So you wouldn't think that Charlie Smith could raise his average. He was batting .750. But he raised it. He's batting .800 now. No, let me see. He is now... tell you what he is. .778. He's batting. Went up 28 points. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Foul down the left field line. It was a bad pitch, but Clark went after it. Goes into the seats, out of play. So the count holds at 3-2. At 3-2. Stretch by McMahon. The pitch popped up to the infield. Pete Ward at third base is under it and takes it. So for the Yankees, no runs, 1 hit. No White Sox errors, 1 man left. At the end of 7, it's Chicago 8 and the Yankees 5. Urbanek's next pitch is popped up. Horace Clark at second base is there and takes it 1 out. That brings up Sandy Alomar for his first time at bat in this ball game. Took over for Tim Cullen in the 6th inning. Bob Gibson and the Cardinals shut out Atlanta 6-0. Gibson pitched a 5-hitter. Kelly was the loser. Urbanek's pitch to Alomar is low, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Low, ball 2, 2-0. As foggy as it is, I wonder if the turnpike is going to be closed tonight. It is. I don't know how I'll get home. Strike call. A fastball right in there. 2-1. One out. Nobody on. Joe Urbanek. His pitch. A ground ball right back to Urbanek. Easy flip to Mantle. 2 out. And the batter will be Don McMahon. The White Sox, one of the few teams that don't keep a running schedule of their pitchers' batting averages. They combine them. So we don't know what McMahon's hitting right now. There's a fastball in there. 1 ball, 1 strike on McMahon. 2 out, nobody on. 8-5, the White Sox lead. We're in the top of the 8th. Curve outside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, a broken bat fly ball, a short center, and it drops in for a base hit. Right off the hands, and McMahon gets himself a base hit. That's hit number 11 for the White Sox, and here is Bradford. Bradford bounced to second, singled, and struck out twice. puts the jacket on. Mantle tells Verbanek that he's going to play in back of the runner. All right, Verbanek gets the sign from Gibbs. His stretch and his curve outside, ball one. On deck, Bill Voss. The 2-0 delivery, high and tight, ball 3-0. A 3-0 count on Buddy Bradford. Fastball right in there, strike called, 3-1. Fastball, ground ball is short. Tresh to his left. Up with it, flips to Clark for the force play. For the White Sox, no runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 man left. At the end of 7.5, the White Sox 8, the Yankees 5. All right, Don McMahon, who was on base, just getting out to the mound now. And for the Yankees, it'll be Roy White, Mickey Mantle, and Joe Pepitone here in the bottom of the 8th inning. White Sox scored 5 in the 3rd, 3 in the 5th. The Yankees scored 3 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th. Roy White, fly to left, line to center, and walk. White steps into the batter's box. The Yankees trying to pull this one out. Here's the first pitch to Roy White. Foul, back out of play, strike 1. McMahon ready again. He winds. The fastball fouled again, out of play. 0-2 on Roy White. And the fans pick up the chant. The 2-strike pitch, high, ball 1. 1-2. The next pitch, a curve, line to center field. Oh, what a play Alomar came up with. He caught the ball barehanded on one hop, and his throw was not quite in time, and here comes Mickey Mantle. And here comes Eddie Stanky. I don't believe it. And he wants another pitcher. Stanky's unbelievable. And don't take my word for it. Come out tomorrow night and see what happens. You just can't figure this guy out. Roy White hit what appeared to be a line drive. He must have hit it off the end of the bat. It hit the ground. Alomar, going at full speed, caught the ball barehanded, threw off balance. His throw was not in time. And on that soft base hit, Stanky decides to take McMahon out. He signaled for a left-handed. Could be Wilbur Wood again. But we'll wait and see. It must be because they're bringing the big catcher's glove out to Dwayne Josephson, and he did signal for a left-hander. So we'll put Wilbur Wood down. Eddie Stanky with the ball out there by the pitcher's box, flipping it up and down. And that's who it is, Wilbur Wood. I think two of the most surprised players in the park tonight were Joe Holden when he was taken out with a 3-2 count on Andy Costco. And now McMahon, who gave up a soft single to Roy White. And Wilbur Wood comes on. Wilbur Wood was the winning pitcher last night. He came in to relieve. The Yankees scored one run off him to tie up the game 2-2. But then Wood was taken out for a pinch hitter in the ninth inning, and that was the inning the White Sox scored 3 runs. Wood's making his 30th appearance of the year, the most of any White Sox pitcher. He has won 4 and lost 2, and his earned run average 2.05. He's worked a total of 44 innings, allowed 37 hits, 10 earned runs, walked only 7 and struck out 18. And he's only allowed 1 home run. All right, Wilbur Wood taking his warm-up tosses. Mickey Mantle standing alongside, watching him loosen up and throw the knuckleball. It's no surprise when Wood throws the knuckleball. It is when somebody hits it solidly. Mickey bounces short in the first, fly to left in the fourth, and then hit a 2-run homer in the 6th inning in the right field seats. For Mick, his 8th home run of the year. And 526th lifetime. Nobody out, and Roy White at first base. The Yankees trailing 8-5. Mantle steps into the batter's box. Roy White at first base. Leading away. Stretch by Wood. Pitch to Mickey. A knuckler popped up in the infield. Way up. That ball is lost in the mist. Aparicio makes the catch. I tell you, that ball was hit so high, it went out of sight. One away, and here's Pepe. Joe bounced to short in the 2nd, had an infield hit in the 5th, and struck out in the 6th. On deck, Andy Costco. One man out. Pepitone moves up on the plate. Stretch by Wood. Knuckler hit deep to right field, but foul. Way back in the upper deck. Better than halfway up in the upper deck. But fouled by about 10 feet. Joe got out in front of that knuckler. Wilbur Wood kept the knuckler high that time. They don't usually do too much up high. It's when they keep it from the belt on down that it's rough to hit. Stretch by Wood. Knuckler low. Nice stop by Josephson. He really handles that knuckleball very well. 1-1 on Pepe. Here's the stretch. The pitch knuckler hit in the air to right field, but right there is Bill Voss. He comes in and makes the catch. 2 out. Joe hit that one off the end of the bat, and the batter, Andy Costco. Andy fouled to the catcher in the second. Single to center in the 5th, fly to center in the 6th. White Sox lead 8-5. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Costco digging himself a toe hold in the batter's box. Two men out. White at first. Wood looks in for the sign. He sets. His pitch foul off the umpire's chest protector, strike one. You wonder why Wilbur Wood even looks in for the sign. He has thrown nothing but knuckleballs so far. Once in a while, he'll try and slip a fastball by a hitter. Now the stretch. The pitch to Costco. Ground ball to third, foul ball. It bounced off the glove of Pete Ward over in the stands, but it was just foul. 0-2 on Andy Costco. Bill Voss is way over in right center field. This Stanky's got some of the most unusual shifts you'll ever want to see. Be worth the price of admission just to come out and watch the ball play a shift on different hitters. The knuckler. Line is straight away center field. Bradford is out there and makes the catch. Ball was hit well, but Wood got him on 3 fly balls. No runs. 1 hit, no White Sox errors, 1 man left at the end of 8. Chicago 8, New York 5. We go into the top of the 9th inning, and Bill Voss, who's 2 for 4, will lead off. Single in the 1st, single in the 5th, struck out in the 3rd, hit to the box in the 6th. Joe Vrbanek, the 4th Yankee pitcher of the night, swings into the windup. His pitch. Ground ball, pass Vrbanek. He goes down, picks it up, flips to first in time. Oh, boy, that Vrbanek threw that ball and leaped in the air as he threw it. The ball didn't get by Joe. He stuck his glove on it, hit the glove, bounced to his left. Joe pounced on it, and as he threw the ball, both feet went off the ground. 1 out. Here's McCraw. Fly to left in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, singled in the 5th, and reached on an error in the 7th. Curve bounce foul over in the Yankee dugout. 1 strike on McCraw. On deck, Pete Ward. White Sox have 11 hits, the Yankees 7. White Sox lead at 8-5. Fastball bounced off Vrbanek's glove. This is going to be a base hit for McCraw. And had Vrbanek let that one go, it would have been an easy play for Clark. But Joe's a hustler on the mound. He tries for everything. So an infield single for McCraw. Second hit off Vrbanek, the 12th hit for the White Sox. And here's Ward, who is 1 for 3. Hit to the box in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd, singled in the 5th, and bounced into a force play in the 7th. Runners going. The ball is popped up near the stands, and Cox cannot reach it. It goes back about 4 rows. So they had the hit and run on that time. McCraw back to first. Verbanek was all the way over there on that play. Boy, he bounces around, I'll tell you. Don't forget, the first bat day was such a great day. There's been a demand for a second bat day. And it'll be Saturday, July 20th, when the Cleveland Indians are in town. So all you kids who missed getting your bat on the first bat day, got another one coming up. There goes McCraw. The ball is bounced through the hole. Tresh left too soon, and McCraw easily goes to third base. As McCraw's broke from first, Tommy Tresh took off for second, and Ward hit a slow bouncing ball right where Tommy had been. Tommy tried to get back. He slipped and fell, and it goes as a base hit. Runners at first and third, and the batter now, Russ Snyder. Snyder single to center in the second, hit a grand slam home run in the third, bounced to second in the fifth, hit into a forced play in the seventh. And we're going to have a pinch runner for Ward. And they want somebody who had just run down to the bullpen to run back from the bullpen to run to first base and run for Ward. I tell you, that Stanky ought to get himself a little scooter just to run those guys back and forth. He's had them running from the dugout to the bullpen all night. Looks like Ken Berry, I don't know. Ken Berry is coming in to run for Pete Ward. One man out. And now Josephson's going over to talk with Russ Snyder. So Berry is at first, McCraw is at third, and now Cox comes over to talk with Verbanek. A lot of strategy. Cox moves in at third, just in case. Stanky's used the squeeze play a lot this year. Here's a stretch. High, ball one. McCraw bluff coming in, and Berry bluff going to second. 8-5, the White Sox lead. We're in the top of the ninth, one out. Berry, a good base runner, leads off first. McCraw off third. The pitch, he checks his swing. It's high, ball 2-0. First and third. The stretch. The curve is over. Strike call. 2 balls and a strike. Took a long look at him. Here's the stretch. The pitch is hit in the air to left field. Roy White to his right. He makes the catch. The throw to the plate. Not in time. McCraw scores, and Berry tags up and goes to second. And the White Sox lead 9-5 on a sacrifice fly by Russ Snyder. His 5th run batted into the night. And that's got to be the biggest RBI night of Snyder's career. 5 RBIs. Ward is 3 and Josephson 1. And the White Sox lead 9-5. Josephson struck out in the second, bounced to third in the third, double a left in the 5th, and struck out in the 7th. So Berry's at second with 2 outs. Curve is inside to Josephson, ball 1. Fastball popped up near the Yankee dugout. Gibbs over there and makes the catch. But the White Sox come up with a run on 2 hits. No Yankee errors and 1 man left. And at the end of 8.5, it's the White Sox 9, the Yankees 5. Tresh flying to left. Hit a 3-run homer and fly to center. All right, the announcement's over, and Tresh steps back in. 2 strikes on Tommy. Pitch by Wood, hit in the air to center field. Berry coming over. He's there, and takes it 1 out. Wilbur Wood has pitched to 4 men, and all 4 have hit fly balls. Mantle, Peppertone, Costco, and Trek. Here's Jake Gibbs. Jake has bounced to short twice and struck out. Chuck Dobson, the winner, Sonny Siebert, the loser. It was called at the end of 5.5 innings because of rain. The knuckler bounced to the second baseman, Alomar in, up with it. To McCraw, 2 out. That brings up Bobby Cox, who's 0 for 3, line to center, struck out, bounced to short. This pitch low and inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3, threw the fastball in there. Cox looking for the knuckler, took it. 3 up, 3 down. The ball game is over, and the White Sox win it 9-5. The totals for the White Sox: 9 runs, 13 hits, no errors. For the Yankees, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Hall in the winner, he's won 5, lost 6. Talbot the loser, he's won none, lost 8. Russ Snyder had a grand slam home run, drove in 5 runs. Pete Ward drove in 3. For the Yankees, Tommy Tresh had a 3-run homer, and Mickey Mantle a 2-run homer. And now, this is Phil Rizzuto saying so long for Frank Messer and Jerry Coleman from Yankee Stadium.